What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Beard Truth. We got Waltamus Prime back for round 4 or 5. Then we got Mike from Curam Nadurtha back for round 2. How you guys doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. Been a busy day as usual. Yeah. So kind of maybe a brief introduction in case people haven't seen part 1. And if you haven't, you should go watch it. For you, Mike.
Thank you.
Maybe give a quick little introduction in case people don't know who you are.
Oh, hey everybody. My name is Mike, or One-Eyed Mike. I own Curam Nadurtha. I am relatively new in the beard community. I just entered the industry at about October. So there's been a lot of craziness that has happened since then. We've overhauled our look, our logo for a more slick, professional look, vice the traditional round bottles.
Yeah, I think
a lot of big plans coming down the pipeline.
Cool. Yep, I think the last time you were on, you showed me the new bottles before they come out. They definitely look slick, and I definitely want to do another order at some point. But I got 4 oils, and I still
have a cologne bottle. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pull up a picture in case anyone hasn't seen it.
And that goes back to people displaying their stuff. I mean, look what I did. I got a shot glass holder that I made, and now all my shot glasses are in my liquor cabinet, and I put all my beard oils in there. Because I like displaying my beard oils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would look really awesome up there.
Yep.
Yeah. It would definitely stand out, and I think that was the idea behind it. Something that everybody can enjoy having on their shelves, but they also want to brag that they have this cool looking bottle on their shelf.
Facts.
And I think all of them are the same size for the most part, but then you have one that's got that dark green and just the labeling, and it has that shape and everything. It's gonna immediately draw your eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a cool look for sure. And I love the green bottles. Just look so cool. Just stands out. Yeah, I've been really enjoying using my stuff from Curam Nadurtha recently. I've had it in. I'll show you. With Forbidden Forest, I've been using it mostly at night. And it's I'm getting low.
Yeah, man, you're gonna need some more.
Yeah,
I got a 4 ounce now. If it's any consolation.
4 ounce. Ooh.
I got 4 ounces. Yeah, for 25. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, I might need to.
For international orders, I'll always throw in a little bit of something extra, just because you got to pay such a crazy amount for shipping.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
that's insane. I bought a $20 oil, and now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I just got in stuff from the Bearded Mac, and I had to pay $30 for DHL shipping, plus another $30 in extra duties and fees. And it's but I use Sezzle, so it's it was less painful.
Well, yeah, it's not as painful, but it's still damn it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Stop using DHL. Stop using DHL.
Except
it only happens when you use DHL.
I know it's true, but no, actually, no, that's not true. It's happened a couple times when I haven't used DHL. But then also with DHL, it with Curam Nadurtha, my stuff got here in 3 or 4 days, which is
beautiful.
There's there's Canadian companies that I've tried that aren't going to be named that have taken 10 days, and your stuff came in from Chicago in 3 or 4 days. It was impressive, but so it's worth it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say like I say to everybody else that I have the post office in my pocket secretly, but I'm not saying that I do either.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You can neither confirm nor deny.
No, but just know whenever I order anything, it takes forever.
Yeah. I remember you saying that last time. Yeah, because you were waiting on your labels for the.
My labels for the new bottles. That's why the release was delayed.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
I ordered them a month before that.
yeah. It's shipping is so brutal, especially right now. Like,
Yeah.
oh man. But yeah, so we're talking about before this, Mike, you were kind of exploring the Dogecoin and like that whole craze that happened recently. Why don't
dude.
you tell us about that a little bit?
So the whole Dogecoin thing, man, I just stumbled upon. I found the stock like last year,
Yep.
and I like threw a couple dollars in there and got a few thousand shares because it was like less than a penny at the time. Out of nowhere, it like exploded, and I was like, oh, okay, well, people are talking about it. Let me just put like $600 in there and see what happens. It jumped to like 8 cents, and I let it sit there, and then
Yeah.
it dropped down back to 7, and I was like, okay, it's time to just pull it. I'm done.
Yeah.
But apparently there's some craziness going on there. A lot of people, it's similar to what happened with the GameStop,
Mhm.
the GameStop stock,
Yeah.
But it literally jumped from like $6 to $16 to $32 to like $400. A lot of people made a lot of money, but it like messed up a lot of stuff for some corporate guys. They lost billions of dollars over the course of the week. And then the stock obviously plummeted. And then the people who are too stupid to pull their money out lost money.
Yep.
And then there's people who are still adamant holding because they're still up. They didn't get in too late. So they're like, well, I got this shit at $6 a share. It's at like 52. I'm not mad right now. I'm just gonna hold.
Yeah.
Because they're up. They have the advantage. And that's ultimately what it came down to. They wanted to short the billionaires because they were doing something to the stock market. And
yeah, I mean,
but then I don't know if you guys saw the news, but like they were starting to limit the retail buyers.
Yeah,
like
I saw that. Yeah,
buyers,
yeah, because they
were limiting the amount of shares.
Yeah, so you couldn't buy anymore. You could only sell. Yep. Yeah, I saw that.
And technically they can't do that because they weren't restricting the rich guys from.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you're gonna restrict people, you got to restrict everyone.
Yeah, definitely. That's something I could talk about all day. We can.
Yeah, it just proves that our system's crooked. You know, the system is so rigged.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
sad if you can plug a little bit of, like they literally can plug dollars and make millions.
Yeah.
If we figured out how to do that, it's a crime.
Yeah, exactly. That is, it's that's really a good point. It's crazy that way. And then like all the big corporate guys were so upset about it, and then like Google, I think I saw Google started pulling reviews, like because everybody was like 1-star reviewing like whatever the trading app. I think it was Robinhood.
Robinhood, yeah. They got plastered with like 1-star reviews for what they were doing. Yeah, and they Google and Apple started pulling reviews.
Yeah. Yep.
So
that's not suspicious.
Yeah.
No, not at all. But hey, if I had a bad review, I can't ask Google to pull it.
True. Yeah. Facts.
It's not fair, man. Not that I have any.
No, this is great stuff. Every time I pick it up, I always forget about the green screen, but it's like, oh, invisible.
And then it's like, oh my god, is this stuff transparent? Maybe.
No,
that's what you call a ghost right there.
Wait, can I do it? Oh, I kind of.
See, I'm surprised that's a dark green too, but yet it picks it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's weird because like
I was thinking about how cool it would be if it was like a chameleon bottle and actually like change color.
There you go.
That'd probably be
that would take
stupid
away
expensive.
The brand image. That might be like a side experiment somewhere down the road, but not for this brand. No.
Yeah, do like
serious R&D,
like a special do some like weird scent and do like a chameleon like an alien line or something like that. Something crazy. That would be hilarious. Yeah, and
because the essential being of this world, you tell me.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Speaking of aliens, we were talking earlier. What are your guys' thoughts on aliens?
Well,
okay. I mean, I think the universe is too big for us not to have something like that. And on the other hand, it's kind of like we're so I don't want to say below them, but we're like ants, and they're scientists, you know. And what do scientists do? They observe. They don't interact. You know, they observe its daily life, and they study. So if they come here, which likely, I don't know if they've actually come here or not, but I don't think they would interact with us or any of that stuff.
No.
But then again, the universe is so big, it could be that no one has come here. You know,
True.
It could be a lot of R&D military stuff that we're just not aware of.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Not. I don't know. I think it's. I think the universe is too big for there to be nothing else. Like that, and especially I don't know if you guys saw, but the like the NSA and like the CIA released a whole bunch of like documents on aliens and UFOs because the I think one of like Donald Trump's last executive orders before he left office was like saying that the government has to like share everything they have on aliens before I think before the 4th of July. So it's like, hold up.
I never heard about that. That's interesting. I'm gonna look into that.
What's crazy is that the Navy like declassified like a whole bunch of shit too. So that was fun. But yeah, dude. Why do we have a space force? Why do we need American superiority in space? Are the Covenant coming?
Yeah, I don't know, right?
Exactly.
Like where's John at? Is he gonna protect us? I don't know. These are questions that need to be answered.
It's so
is
true.
there a 117? Or is he just 007?
Oh,
there you go.
You don't know.
Yep.
You don't know.
You know, it's like the government likes to kind of like bring us in with one arm. We're kind of like children to the government. They want to bring us in with one arm and tell us what to do, but then they also don't want to. They want to shield us from what they know.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with like especially the early days of COVID when everyone was like freaking out and buying like all the toilet paper, like what would happen if the government was just like, yeah, there's aliens living here. Like I feel like a lot of people would freak out. But then like also there'd be a lot of people that would be like super stoked about it.
Right.
Well, you know, the Pope made a statement about it. He said,
go that way.
I mean, I just thought it was interesting because the Catholic religion has always been very like, you know, but he made a comment somewhere along the lines that if there were aliens, that just proves the power of, you know, God, and that he can reach out into any part of the universe and create life. You know? So I was like, it's kind of a back way handed of saying there might be or something like that.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
He said that he would be willing to baptize aliens if they came to the Vatican asking, who are we to close doors to anyone, even Martians?
Yeah, there you go.
That's hilarious. Wait,
That's
what?
Awesome.
This was 2014.
Yeah.
Whoa. So what does the Pope know? He's talking about aliens in 2014.
Mm.
You know, he's probably our most enlightened Pope, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I kind of hope.
You know, and I think it's, you know, and like whenever a Pope comes out and they're very like open-minded or they speak out, they usually get killed. You know.
Yeah.
Or
facts.
they mysteriously die. You know, I mean, you know, it's amazing how that happens. But this guy stuck around, so that's cool to see. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. No, it's. Yeah, that is funny with how like people, like when they start like speaking out against like the government, they just like randomly like they decided to disappear. Like
What happened? Hold on, guys. Sorry.
I'll get. Yeah. No, I'll get. Yeah, like I have a book on the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. and they're like,
right.
Yeah, they're pretty sure it was an inside job. Like there's like a 20-year like investigation that they did and like all this research, and then they finally came out with a book, and it's like, yeah, this was. It's because there's so many.
JFK was inside.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I can see that.
Go ahead, bud.
Yep.
Like I don't know. I was thinking like he pissed off the mafia.
Yep.
He didn't want to go to war, and just like there's all these different little things.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Facts.
wondering, like, I'm just wondering, like, like the government, like I said, the government pulls us in with one hand, and then they pat us on the head, and then they tell us what we need to believe, like whether it's 9/11 or whatever it might be. But then we don't really know the whole truth. We can only go off what the government says, and then the government feeds it into the news, and then the news just spits it out.
Yep.
Oh, and as much as we like to think that the news isn't, what's up?
No, go ahead, and then I'll pull this up. I just found an interesting article.
Okay. As much as we like to think that the news is free and can say freedom of speech and everything, they're really persuaded by the government, really big time.
For sure.
So.
Yeah. So check this out.
I don't know.
Yeah. I just found this article. So, Lee Harvey Oswald, who supposedly killed JFK, was actually arrested for fatally shooting a police officer 45 minutes after supposedly killing Kennedy. He denied killing either one as he was being transferred to county jail. He was shot and killed by Dallas nightclub operator Jack Ruby. So they're like,
who had ties to the mob.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what if
Jack Ruby had big ties to the mob?
Oh, he did? Okay.
And Jack Ruby wasn't a patriot. How could you convince Jack Ruby, this guy who has got ties to the mob and has nothing to do with politics or being a patriot?
Yeah.
And he just decides to kill Oswald. There's something there that that's not being talked about.
For sure. Yeah, no, 100%. It's like, yeah, and then that's interesting. So apparently assassinating the president wasn't a federal crime in 1963. Despite the assassinations of 3 U.S. presidents, killing or attempting to harm a president wasn't a federal offense until 1965, 2 years after Kennedy's death.
And the crazy part is Jack Kennedy was nowhere near as controversial as some of the presidents we've had lately.
No.
But yet somehow, I guess maybe our Secret Service has just gotten better.
Oh, for sure.
This type of stuff. Because, I mean, there's got to be people who are trying to cause trouble,
Absolutely. Yeah, the Secret Service is like, it's super like legit now. Like,
oh yeah, I think they before a president goes somewhere, they go like a week in advance and they scope out all the different areas and stuff like that. And they do a lot of pre-work before if a president goes to a person's company, or a company of some sort to view something. They'll look at where's the president going to come out at? What buildings have visual access to see the president?
Yeah.
Do we have to have Secret Service on those areas? Things like that. It's really interesting.
Yeah, no, totally. It's like, they have everything so locked down. But what's always confused me is why they do the presidential swearing in such an open area. Like, he's you're literally up on big, the high, open air platform outside.
Yeah. Yep. Got to be out in the middle of everything, right?
Sorry. Pull up an image of it.
What did you think about what did you think about today's Bearded Coast? I thought it came out really good.
Yeah, I thought it did too. So I need to look into it and I might also ask Dan C about that and see if he has any tips of boosting engagement for YouTube videos and using tags and that kind of stuff. Because I thought, because it was 20 minutes long, but it was informative and we had good information and we talked about multiple products. So it's I don't know. It was, I thought it was going to do well, and it's YouTube is just funny that way.
Yeah, I think also we have to dive more into figuring out how to promote it and get it
Yeah.
out there. That's why like I took the video and I just sent it to a bunch of people like directly.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. I sent it to like Jay
Oh,
Cruz,
whoa, hold up.
Dagan. I sent it to a bunch of people.
Yeah, yeah. Dagan commented on the video. Yeah, so it's
Hey,
up
lady.
to.
Cool.
Oh, welcome back. Yeah, so it's up to 14 views now.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so there you go. It's gone up since you sent it out to some people. I also still need to post it on Twitter and Facebook, but I suck
Yeah.
at doing that. It's just like, yep. Oh, whoa. Yeah, look at this. So, Mike, while you were gone, we were talking about like the like JFK and like how much tighter like the Secret Service is,
Mhm.
but and like also how like I've never understood why the like look at this is where they like where they actually do the swearing in. Like there's so much that can go wrong in this in this kind of setting. Like
Yeah,
like
for real.
you could get them from these buildings, these buildings, these buildings. Like
And see, I'm wondering if like the Secret Service is probably up there maybe or something and monitoring those tops, you know.
oh,
of
I
the
mean,
the building
you
or
would think so,
something.
because like look how look how many windows are facing that area. Like all you need is one guy in a window, and like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but they probably put it up so where that glass is probably high enough to depending on even what angle, it probably won't even go.
actually, yeah, that
They
is a good point. Yeah, yeah,
those are designed pretty effectively. It'd have to be from behind.
yeah, yeah.
So we were also talking about JFK and the assassination and Jack Ruby. Do you think it's weird that a guy who's a nightclub owner and has mafia ties and is not really big of a patriot decides to kill Lee Harvey Oswald after he gets arrested for assassinating John F. Kennedy?
That sounds weird. But
Yeah. Like it's just weird to me. Like, okay, this nightclub guy who has no ties to the American government, he's a nightclub owner, he's got ties to the mafia, and he decides to kill Lee Harvey Oswald
yeah,
before they can investigate it, you know?
yeah. That's and that's the thing. There's
It's
so
just
many
all
things.
very weird.
Yeah, there's so many things like that are just too weird to be like to just kind of look at and just keep like pass on. Like I think of also like Jeffrey Epstein. Like there's I think I forget who it was that was on here when we talked about it, but it was like there's too many things that it's it was Johnny, the owner of Beard Brothers out in New York. We were like, there's too many things that just went so perfectly for them that like for it to just be a suicide.
Oh yeah.
Like
well, that's just obvious. I don't even consider that to be a conspiracy theory.
yeah. Yeah, no, totally. It's like yeah, there's so many things. It's just
that one is just blatantly obvious.
yeah.
Yeah, that's just corruption at its finest.
You know what the real conspiracy here is? Jordan hasn't watched WandaVision yet.
You know,
What's that?
That's the biggest conspiracy.
Wait, I missed that. Jordan, what?
Oh, Jordan has not watched WandaVision yet.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Of course I'm a Marvel fan, and
yeah, so am I. But
yeah, what about Star Wars? You a Star Wars fan?
100%.
Did you see Mandalorian?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I really enjoy the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I just started watching season 2 recently.
How much do you really like Star Wars? Are you like Coder? Did you like Coder? Knights of the Old Republic? Knights of the Old Republic.
I haven't.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I've read the books and stuff, but
yeah,
I
haven't read any of the books really.
I like a lot of like the Bounty Hunters saga and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of the games.
Yeah, so Knights of the Old Republic would be a dope trilogy because it's set like 5,000 years before the Galactic Empire.
Okay.
So the Sith are very prevalent in like that era.
Oh.
Mhm.
Like
Interesting.
that's back when
And
they
that's the
were
fun
like a
part.
Jedi. Yeah. A Civil War, a Jedi Civil War.
Yeah, that's the fun stuff. I like to see when there were multiple Sith Lords and lots of Jedis, lots of the old Republic. You know,
Mhm.
Right.
I really hope they decide to dive into that when they start doing more of the expansion.
They will.
Oh,
That's
for
what
sure.
I'm hoping for.
Oh, they will.
Yeah, I mean, did you
You
see
know,
recently
because
they just like announced a whole bunch of new Star Wars things that they're doing on Disney Plus over
Yeah.
like
Do you
the
know they're
next few
gonna do?
years.
yeah,
Are they
they're
still
doing some Marvel
Obi-Wan?
stuff too.
Yep.
They
They're still
got.
doing. They're still doing Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
remember they were talking about it.
Oh, and
Hold
Boba
up.
Fett's getting his own show.
Yep.
Really, Boba Fett's getting his own thing. Nice.
New Star Wars shows. Let's see.
I wonder if it's gonna. I mean, they showed that he's alive. You know, so he survived getting out of the Sarlacc pit. So I
Yep.
thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
You
hold
know,
on.
and what else? They're also coming out with Loki,
Yep.
and they're coming out with Winter Soldier and the
And Falcon.
Falcon.
Yep. That's
That
gonna be
looks
awesome.
good too.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, conspiracy theory about Loki, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Because of Endgame, his death and Infinity War is negated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's back.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, so
permanently
if-
back.
I mean, he's died
It's
like
just a
4
different
times
version
in
but it's
this.
a different version. It's still
Yeah.
the evil. It's not going to be the Loki that you like grew to love or anything like that.
Right.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be,
true.
he's still a
Yeah,
dick.
because it's like the Avengers 1 Loki. So hold up. I got the Star
Yeah.
Wars movies here real quick.
So when they brought everybody back, they didn't. I thought they brought everybody back from the snap. They didn't.
From
They
the
just brought
snap.
everybody.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, only from the snap. The Loki that died in Infinity War is dead. But the one that you saw in Endgame when they went back in time and he got away with the Tesseract and teleported, that one's
Yeah.
alive.
Oh, that's right. He got the Tesseract and he took off.
Right.
So everything after that is gone.
Right.
Wow, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, there's so many good things coming to Disney Plus. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And yeah, and then like I gotta get on WandaVision. Like, trying to think like what do I have to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do a whole assignment tomorrow, or finish a whole assignment tomorrow. And then I still haven't edited today's podcast episode that I did earlier. I'm gonna have to edit this one.
You stay up till 3 a.m. and then watch it.
There you go.
You
Power
have so many
through.
hours
I
to
haven't
play. You have to use
done that in a
both
while,
mics.
so I might have to. And like I'm gonna be watching The Regard like after this, so I'll just put that on and just get my editing done before I hop
Yeah.
in to say hi.
Like, if you're not using all 24 hours in a day, what are you doing? Why is sleep? That's not important.
Yeah. I wish I could go on like 4 hours of sleep. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, I would.
And I've tried.
No,
I've tried
no,
doing
it's
like 6
not.
hours, and I just.
It's not awesome. I had to do that in the military all the time. Be careful what you ask for.
Oh no, it'd be awesome if I could function and do it. 'Cause
Oh,
I
yeah, I
tried
know.
going like 4 hours of sleep, and I just
Yeah,
I can't function.
I
My
can't
brain
even believe
just-
that you even tried.
Like the synapses in my brain just don't they misfire, and I just don't
Yeah.
think clearly.
yeah,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
yeah. No, it's I can run on like minimum 5, maybe 6, but anything
Oh.
less than that, it's like nah.
If you do less than that, you just start being content with being tired all the time, and that just becomes your new normal.
Yeah,
After that, it's like a really weird like limbo almost.
yeah, totally. Yeah, it's. But I've said it multiple times. Like if I didn't have to sleep, I would be able to get so much more done.
Oh yeah, productivity would be through the roof.
Yeah, like
But we're not
like
robots. You know,
I already get a lot done in a day most of the time. But if I could like add those like hours that are normally for sleeping into getting stuff done, like I would have no schoolwork to do. I would have tons of content done, like, and I'd be able to watch WandaVision.
Well, but you see what I'm saying? Like we only have so much time in a day, and then it comes down to how much is your time actually worth
Mm-hmm.
to you? Like what value do you put on your time? How much is your day worth? The little minutes that you get in between, what is that worth to you? And
Mhm.
that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Makes sense.
Yeah, definitely got to be efficient with your day. Like today, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
But I mean, then again, you only have so many hours because you absolutely have to get sleep because it's important for the function
yeah,
of your body. So, and it's also good for your mind
yeah,
because sometimes what's more beneficial is just decompressing for a little bit and then going back in full fledged because then you're more
yeah.
refreshed. It's almost like putting fresh eyes onto a project.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're sitting there writing a 15-page essay, right? And you're like, okay, you bang it out, you're like, oh damn, I forgot to add my sources, I said everything I wanted to say. Okay, let me see if this
Right.
plugged into this article. I guess it kind of does. Smith,
Yeah.
page 15, 2018 or whatever,
Yeah, totally.
and you just basically make it make sense even though it said nothing about that in the article.
Yep. Yeah, no,
There you
100%.
But it's like you poured your heart into this, but then you forgot to do something. You take a break, you decompress, you go back in, refocus, and sometimes that's just what it takes. Because then you give it a good last scrub. You're like, oh, I need to put my sources. My dumbass didn't put the reference page.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Right.
there's a point where like staying up and trying to get stuff done is no longer effective.
Exactly, and it just comes down to overall productivity, and you can apply that to all aspects of your life.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
All right, cool. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, figuring out timing and all that kind of stuff is definitely difficult for sure.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
My job takes a lot of my time. Like a lot of times
Yeah.
when I'm not like doing this stuff with you, or I'm usually I put like my TV on YouTube.
Yep.
Right.
And then I'll just watch something, and then I'll just work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, it's when I worked up north at a summer camp for a year, doing like outdoor education stuff, and a lot of, like if I wasn't with a school group, like a lot of my job was just like cleaning. So I just like put in like I'd listen to a podcast and like listen to 2 episodes of Joe Rogan in a day, and the entire day would be over.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But just
Alex Jones. That guy is hilarious.
Yeah, facts.
Alex Jones.
Oh.
Yeah.
I watched the most recent episode that he did with Alex Jones, and it's so hard to follow. Like, but like it is, and it also isn't. But it's just like because they go over so many different things.
Yeah, like I'm watching it, and then while I'm watching, I got my computer on. I'm typing up like, what's Bohemian Grove? What is this? What is this? I'm just trying to learn about this stuff that he's talking about.
That when I first saw that episode and was like, and he was describing Bohemian Grove, I was like, what the heck? It's like that, so bizarre, but like kind of not surprising.
Statue or something that they're like.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Owl statue. Yeah, look at this is like, and Alex Jones got in and like got a video of it, and it's like it's so creepy and weird. Like, yeah, and like there's a whole like, oh yeah, wait, that's Nixon and Ronald Reagan, I think.
Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Bohemian Grove. It's just that whole. It's all so crazy. Like, it really is crazy. Like how much like most people don't know about like what actually goes on, and how like everybody's just like
stuff like that I find really interesting, and then like stuff like about like, you know, like the Nazis and like their little like things that they would do,
Mhm.
you know, and like their groups and meetups and stuff like that, and learn about them. I mean, obviously outside of the genocide, but like
Yeah.
it's very, it's intriguing to understand what the mindset of people and what they were doing at that time, you know.
Mhm.
Have you considered getting a degree in psychology?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, that would be cool.
The inner workings and what these people were thinking at that time. I think a degree in psychology would actually be highly beneficial. Like I really enjoyed getting that degree and learning some of the case studies and everything. Like just getting your bachelor's degree, they don't go into specifics on like how to diagnose or anything like that, but
Mhm.
just learning that history behind certain aspects, or learning what people during this time were thinking, like the mindset of like people that get put in cults. That area with the Nazis kind of applies to that, just because of how they kind of brainwash their soldiers in a sense.
Mhm.
But it's no different than any other huge like following.
True.
It
Yep.
just gets
Yep.
established.
Yep.
Yeah, and like, you know, they were all, like all the soldiers were on meth, and then like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the worst form of human beings came out. You know, another thing I find interesting is like, ever seen Mind Hunters on Netflix, where
Okay.
it's like the FBI just starts like this small little group of guys, two guys, and they start learning about criminal, like serial killer profiles,
Oh.
and they're interviewing all these caught serial killers and like trying to understand why they do what they do.
Yeah. No, that'd be
What's
crazy.
that, Mike?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying something to my wife. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, all good.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I just found that out recently, that like with the Nazi soldiers and like being on meth and all that, and I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I mean that changes the
Yeah.
brain chemistry, and that alters their like individual psychology to where
Yeah.
they're not actually making the decisions for themselves at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, they're just hopped up on all kinds of crazy things, and yeah, just losing their minds. But it was effective for a while.
Sleep less.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't have to eat. They sleep less, and they you know, and they just keep on going. You know.
Yeah.
Helps productivity, but the technology that they had access to is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like their technology was so far superior to the other side.
The Allies.
Yeah.
The Allies. Like what they
It
had.
just makes it's weird how we came out with the atomic bomb first.
Yeah.
With the help of I believe Nazi scientists, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, Robert Oppenheimer, I think, was like the main guy that was in charge of the Manhattan Project. And also, I think, wasn't Albert Einstein involved somehow, like with, I think like something like early on, like with like the atom and that kind of thing. I forget exactly what it is.
I think he came up with the formula to split the atom.
Yep. Yeah, so it's like, but then somehow the Americans figured it out first. Yeah, it's just definitely pretty interesting. Yeah. Well, what's kind of going back to Curam Nadurtha for a second. What scent are you most intrigued to try at some point?
Let's see, Cinnamon Dream, coconut, the lime coconut one, Forbidden Forest. Every single one, I look at them and I'm like, okay, they all look great, you know.
Yep.
And then I heard from Casey that there's a new one coming out with that I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Let's just get fun. It's called
because this won't
Lucky Orange.
Okay. Yeah, because this episode won't be out till April.
Right.
So
March. It's coming out in March, not
okay,
April.
cool. No, yeah. So this,
Yeah,
but this video
fine.
won't be. Yeah. So it'll be good. Cool.
Oh, no, this video won't be up till April. Okay,
Yep.
got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
All right, so if you guys can,
Yep.
since this won't be launched till April, it's
Yep.
coming out on St. Patty's Day. It's called Lucky Orange.
Nice.
Scent profile: orange, lime, patchouli.
Ooh.
I heard Casey has been raving about it.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot of.
He has been raving about it. I'm like, you son of a gun. I want it.
The funny thing is, if you get the sample pack, it's in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
true.
I don't have to get the
I've
sample pack.
enticed people to do that just to get the sample pack. Guess what? You get the new scent, and whenever I come out with the new scent, guess what's going to be added to the sample pack before it comes out?
There you go.
All right. So after this, I need to order the sample pack.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I can get the sample pack out. But the thing is, the discount code you get, you only get to use one time. You're a reviewer, so your code is just different. And that if you want the reviewer code, I give it to you offline. But if I say it now, everyone will hear it.
Yeah. we could talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's not a secret anymore.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah,
but
that
I would
code
like to be able to do
if you like pass to somebody else those codes where they come and get sample pack themselves.
Right. But I think getting the sample pack and I could try them out, and then I think all of us doing a review will be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And I really enjoy describing scents. It's something I really I actually enjoy doing. So I think being able to go through each one and kind of describe a little bit would be really cool.
Absolutely, because I've got them all, so we can definitely make that happen.
Yeah, I see you always rocking it though.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. Is good stuff. Like if
I appreciate it.
If I like it, I'm gonna use
it.
It
actually means a lot that people are starting to try it and they're starting to love it.
I have noticed that recently. Yeah, like more people are posting about like getting like stuff from Curam Nadurtha, and it's like good. Yeah, this is as you should.
That's just what I love to see. Like I just love to see the community and just people enjoying the products that we like put our hearts into and develop these formulas so precisely and like literally, dude, like I'm telling you, if there's one drop off on a beard oil or even a miscalculation, like if we like put like 2-3 drops more in the butter than we're supposed to, like, oh, that's not going anywhere. I guess that's mine.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool. Like it's got to be uniformity across the board. What I don't like is for two different, let's say Jordan gets Cinnamon Dream and you get Cinnamon Dream, Walt, and you both get something different from it. Let's say you get more orange than cardamom, but Jordan gets more cardamom than orange. Like it needs to be uniformity across the board. I want everybody to experience the same scent and the same texture, the same feel. I mean, it also depends on your nose and your senses because some people obviously have better sniffers than others. Yeah. But overall, I want the experience to have uniformity across the board.
Right.
As far as like
you say that because I just got something recently and I didn't pick up this scent at all. Yeah. And then someone else said that's all they smelled. And it makes me wonder, are our nose really that different? Like
it could be. Now the real test to this is when you order again. Let's say you get the Cinnamon Dream again from me, right? I want you to smell exactly what you smelled last time.
Right.
Like I want it to be familiar where it's in your brain. You already know this is Cinnamon Dream, not like, Mike, what happened to this one? This is a little off.
Yeah.
Unless like I have to get a different cardamom, but then I'll be very transparent with everybody and say, hey, I had to change cardamom. Cinnamon Dream isn't going to smell exactly how it did before, but I've modified it to where it smells like this, if that ever happened. But then again, then from then forth, it would smell just like that every time.
So my understanding is cardamom smells kind of like cinnamon, but it's not as much of a hit on the nose. Is that correct?
That's right. It's similar. It's a very similar profile, but it's slightly different in a way. It's more of your traditional bakery scent. Not like cinnamon.
Right.
It smells like more like candy,
Yeah.
but like an actual bakery scent. That will actually remind you of like baked goods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I like that
Yeah,
cinnamon.
because I mean, like sometimes you get, like you get like a cinnamon and it just like it burns your nose like it's big red gum.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's what I was
Exactly.
gonna say. Yeah,
Or,
like I had from Artius, man. They have a couple of scents that have actual cinnamon, and it like hurt my skin. So like ever since then, I've been like nervous about cinnamon. But then I've tried a couple recently, and then I made one of my own beard oils recently with cinnamon in it, and it didn't really bother my skin. So it's just depends on how much you use.
Exactly. Because cinnamon, you shouldn't, if you are going to use cinnamon, you shouldn't use that many drops just because it's such a potent oil that it's going to overtake the entire scent anyway.
Yep.
And exactly. Thank you, babe. It'll irritate your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, another one that tends to take over a scent if you're not careful is coffee.
Yeah.
Like you can put like a drop of coffee and then boom, that's all you get is coffee, you know?
Yep.
So yeah.
Believe me, I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Irish cream.
I think if you can master blending scents like that, then I think that I think people should definitely consider trying that company. If they're able to blend the more complex scents, I definitely think that people should give them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because they took the time to actually learn how to blend those scents. They mastered it in a sense. Not saying other people's scents aren't good, but it's just some people have preferences where they don't want the coffee very toppy. They just want it kind of nice and blended or smooth in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that comes down to the creators.
Yeah.
You know, some
It's
creators they like
also
to be
creator preference.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we got some creators who they just like, hey, I just want to put, you know, orange and cedar, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, it smells just like orange and cedar. And then you got stuff like Scott from Bearded Coast, and it's got margarita, strawberry, lime, and it's so well blended, you know, and
layered.
Exactly. And then what I notice what happens is as certain parts of it begin to fade, you start picking up other scents, you know, and that's what's really cool. And I think that's something that's unique about essential oils. Number one, you get the benefits of the essential oils.
Exactly.
And then the other part about it that's really cool is that they kind of fade away over time. And as certain parts fade away, other things start to come out, you know, and that's really cool as well. And, you know, I've kind of talked about this a little bit, and, you know, we're putting this stuff on our face. I think people forget that. And we're putting chemicals on our face along with these oils. So, you know, when people say, oh, I want something to last all day, it's like, do you really want something on your face that's lasting 12 plus hours?
No.
Yeah, fair.
You know,
I try to explain that to people, and they're like, well, your scents are great. I just wish they would last longer. Well, if they last longer, that means I have to switch to fragrances. The reason why my oils work the way they are is because the essential oils also blend very well with the oils themselves to add additional benefits for you.
Mm-hmm.
If I use fragrances, it takes away those extra benefits that I feel that my oils are doing.
Yep, I agree.
Absolutely.
It's why there's such a big following with essential oils and like the diffusers and stuff like that, because those things offer great benefits.
Yep.
You know, and honestly, I'm okay with having something last 4 to 6 hours. I'm okay with that. For
sure.
That's not, I don't count that as a negative. I just chalk it up to, okay, this lasts 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but that's pretty much all day. If you think about it, that's like pretty much all day. It's the majority of the day that you're out. Nobody's going to be gone for more than that. Why do you want to smell what you put in at 9 a.m. at 9 p.m.?
Yeah. Exactly.
And then you have to start thinking about the skin safe level of oils.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because X amount of drops means you're over a certain percentage, and it's actually harmful for the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So it's an important balance as well. Then it's like with essential oils, if you want my scent to last all day, it's going to be unsafe. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I respect it, and I think people have to go in, and I always explain this to people, and I've talked to Jordan about this, about having realistic expectations.
Yep.
When you're buying something, whether it's a price point, a duration, how long it makes your beard feel soft, you have to have expectations that not everybody's going to be the same, and things are going to have their pros and cons, and things are a trade-off. So
Yep.
yes, you have the benefits of using essential oils, but you're trading off that you're not going to have something that lasts 12 hours. So to me, that's not a problem.
No.
And if you feel like you have to have a cologne scent that lasts 12 hours, well, then maybe you should just go buy a cologne from the pharmacy.
Yeah.
That's so that's I mean, essentially beard oil isn't meant to be a cologne, right?
Exactly.
It's meant to actually have some good properties for you to put nutrients back into your hair, just because and the skin underneath, it's mutually beneficial for the skin and the hair.
There's nothing wrong with the cologne scent. I think as long as there's nothing wrong with the cologne scent, but just have realistic expectations that you're not going to get the benefits that you do from using essential oil. So everything's a trade-off.
Now, you can make cologne scents with essential oils. It just that's basically all like the main cologne people do anyway. They just literally take these essential oils, they blend them, make them smell really good, put a little bit of alcohol in there to stretch it, and then they push it out.
Like oud. Oud's a great cologne.
Yeah, exactly.
It's essential oil. It's expensive.
Super expensive.
You'd probably have to price yours probably for like $60 a bottle.
Oh, yeah. That's why like everybody loves the oud scent, but I don't think anybody has experienced real oud unless they've had the Tom Hardy oud cologne.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel that if I'm going to ever do an oud scent, it would absolutely have to be the real oud, and nobody would be willing to pay that price tag for a 1 ounce bottle of beard oil.
I tell you what, though, if you ever do make an oud scent and it costs more, I'll probably buy it. I think I'll buy it. I'll pre-order it. How about that?
You would probably be the only one, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it would be cool just to say that I have a bottle of oil that has real oud in it, and it could cost
bragging rights,
$50.
Wouldn't it?
Huh?
That would be absolute bragging rights, wouldn't it?
Oh, for sure. Like, this has real oud in it, real essential oil oud. It cost me $60, but I only use it once a weekend, or once every 2 weeks,
Yeah, but it would have added value for you because you would think like, oh, I have a real bottle, like I have a beard oil bottle with real oud in it. That would just be
But then also you're spending like.
But I definitely think you'd have to get pre-orders. You'd have to get pre-orders for sure.
Oh, it would probably fly off, and if I did it, I would do something crazy. If I had an idea for it, I'm not. Yeah, I would make it a limited edition thing, and
yeah, of course.
Once
like
it's
10 of them,
gone forever. Might even do some extra fun stuff and itemize it or something.
Yeah,
that would be really cool.
Right? Because everybody would want them in that chronological order, or however we decide to do it. It would be like
for
an
sure
extra step to branding it.
Yeah, I have number 15.
Yeah.
People be watching me, man. You got to edit that part out. I'm serious.
Wait, what am I editing out?
That's cool, man.
I'm playing. I'm just giving you a hard time, dude.
I'm like, oh no. Yeah,
that's cool, man. I'm glad that you're really finding your niche and you're growing, and that the word's getting out. I think it's been a long time coming, I guess, since you started in
October.
You've been
October.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, even before that, when you were in the military and then you were planning on doing this stuff. You know? So
It's been a long time. It's definitely been a long road, man. It's been a really long road, and honestly, I think my wife and I are ready to welcome everybody with open arms to our brand and to like the Curam Nadurtha like actual lifestyle that we're trying to just like actually offer. You know, like
Right.
it. Like I think the idea behind it is if we can improve the man's mental health through his physical appearance by making him look good and feel good, that's like a win-win.
Yeah.
Especially after when I was going through my medical separation, I just went blind on my left eye. Like my mental health has been crap for like the past when did my was it 2018, 2019? Yeah, since 2018 my mental health has been kind of crap. So it's just really important if I can give back to the community, even if it's through this. I feel like this is something that my wife and I do really well together, and it's like almost like our gift to everybody that we kind of feel.
Oh, absolutely. You know,
So if
and
we can,
to be able to do that with your wife, I think is really cool. But also, you're able to pour your energy into something you love. I going through some peaks and valleys. And I pour myself into woodworking. Poured myself into putting energy into like this content stuff, and it's helped me a ton.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I got a lot of respect for you, man.
thank you, man. I have a lot of respect for you guys and everybody in the community so far. I haven't personally had any run-ins with anybody, and everybody's been relatively positive to me. And
Cool.
but I'm a big person on
I mean, do
positive.
you see the mark? What's that?
I'm just a big person on putting out positivity.
Yeah, you put out what in the world what you want back. Karma. But you you know I see the community growing a lot, and as it's grown, you're going to get troublemakers. You're going to get great people. You're going to get people of all sorts, and I think the best way to do it, and you're going to get companies too, new companies. But the best way to do it is to set an example and set the standard. The gold standard of what everything should be.
Right.
I feel like there's plenty of food on the table for content creators and companies, but in the end, every company wants to be the best company.
Right.
Because this is it's your company. This is your baby.
Exactly. But see, the difference is that everybody does everything in their own way, which everybody brings their own version of uniqueness to the industry, right?
Yep, you're right.
And I think in everybody's way, they truly are that number one. I think that everybody truly sees himself as that because everybody has just a little bit of something different to offer.
Yep.
But it's about how I guess we express it because we all express everything differently. And I've noticed everybody's
And what adds value to me,
right.
when I see guys like you who really pours their energy into their company. You're the one making this. It's like when I buy a bottle of Curam, it's going to be also Mike's oil. He made this, or his wife and him made it. And that's better to me than thinking that there's some factory up in on the other side, up in North Dakota, just cranking out an oil and someone slapping a label on it.
Yep.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
It adds a humanistic factor to it.
Yep.
It makes you feel like a connection with somebody, and I feel especially with how everything's been, especially over the last year, I feel that we want that humanistic connection with each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that in a way that's what could be potentially driving that, but I think that's going to be the way it is going forward with especially like any consumer good market. We all started to like localize or start getting different relationships with different people in the community just because of what like COVID did.
Yeah. Yep.
It's completely changed my outlook on society
Right.
and who we are as a people, as a whole, and as the individual, and how we handle stuff. You know, everybody's great when life is peachy cream, but when shit hits the fan, that's when you see people's true colors.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who can handle themselves and take the high road and be the best version of themselves, even when shit is hitting the fan outside.
Yep.
Those are the people that I want to surround myself with, you know?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, you know, people who can have your back too. You know, there's a lot to be said for that. You know, you really figure out who truly has your back is when you're not there.
Yep.
And someone says something about you and they don't stick up for you.
Yep.
You know, that's huge. You know.
Yeah. That, you know, in a way, I'll just say it. Like the very first day I opened, I built it up for I don't know how long was when did we start posting, like 2 months before? A month before, a month and a half, something like that. But we started doing a build up. Everyone was getting excited, like, oh my God, hurry up and open. I'm gonna buy on opening day, blah, blah, blah. Everyone was super hyped, right? Open up the gates, flatline, a spike of sales. We did pretty good on our first day, but it was nowhere near the volume, right?
Yep.
Where everyone promised. They're like, oh my God, everyone's excited this, right?
Yeah.
So it definitely is something you just kind of have to learn, that you have to actually learn who's actually in your corner and who's
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know,
right.
But you know, I think the community's growing. You know, we're especially with COVID. I think more and more people are growing beards. You know, and beards are becoming more trend. I don't want to say trendy because having beards, it's not a trend. It's a revival. People have always had beards.
Yeah.
You know, it's just during the military and stuff like that, and we were in war times, people would shave. You know. And it kind of became, you know, military guys, and we're always shaving. You know, that was just the way things are. Right. And I think that's kind of why it got took by the wayside. You know, that and marketing. I mean, Gillette has just, you know, destroyed the beard game.
But people are starting to come back because let's face it, guys you don't really like shaving. I despise waking up every day for the last 9 to 10 years of my life and having to shave, to the point where I'll admit it, on the weekends, I did not touch a razor until Monday morning.
Fair.
And even though I know I'm supposed to shave every day, I didn't do it. We went on leave to like Northern California to my wife's family's house. And I wouldn't shave for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yep. Fair.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going to see anybody up here. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this now. Anybody who's been in the Marine Corps, don't you sit there and fucking lie to me and tell me you shaved every day of your career. You're lying.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I believe it. You know, I believe people. We want to be able to do what we want to be able to do and not have to do the unnecessary stuff. Right. You know, and to not have to feel like you have to do like certain things, you know, and it not be necessary for you to do your job. Right. It's just, you're wasting time, you know? So, I mean, I worked a desk job, you know, and I shaved all the time. And I'm like, I'm on the phone with people. No one sees me. Yeah. You know, I work through emails and phones, you know, every now and then I have a meeting.
Like inside sales type stuff.
What's that?
Like inside sales type stuff.
I was in underwriting, so I was underwriting policies, okay. And then I jumped around. Now I'm in claims, and now I work with vendors, and I do settlements and some subrogations, things like that. Yeah. It's a great job. I enjoy it.
They shouldn't have made you shave. I mean, the microphone doesn't even get in the way of the beard or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, right? But now I've noticed that since COVID and since things have kind of changed. Like people have started to change their outlook on it. Even at my corporation job, you know, people are growing beards. One of my guys that he's part of like this. He's part of the upper management. He's got a goatee now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, it's just like, okay.
And you see some guys just fully committing.
Yeah. So like, you know, when I got on a Zoom call and I first had my beard, I'm like, are they going to say anything? Didn't say a word. So I was like, okay.
Nice.
Right. They don't care.
Yeah.
Let me see how long I can take this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, kind of like going off that, my buddy Adam, who I've known since like April or May, like he works for like one of the biggest like private health providers in all of America, and that's what he looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, just big old beard, but he's in like a high level like corporate job in an office, but it's just
It's because it's socially acceptable now.
Yep.
Once more guys figure that out,
the gates are open, man.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to accept them.
You know, and
absolutely.
I think, you know, and I think that as the community gets bigger and bigger, because it's only growing. You know, I talked to Dave from Beard Motivation. He's been in this community for 3 or 4 years at least.
Yeah.
And he says the size of the community to where it was then to now is night and day.
Yeah.
You know, it's so much bigger and it's growing all the time. You know, so I mean, this is just these new people coming in. It's just an opportunity for good companies to get sales.
Oh, I know.
You know, and repeat customers.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
And all I need to do is just come on. Hey, over here.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on over.
You know what?
Froze on us.
I think he cut out.
Yep. Yeah, he did. Mike is frozen. Pause it. Oh.
That was weird. My internet went out for a second.
Yeah, no, I've had that happen a few times where you start to freeze. The guests will start to freeze up, and you're like, oh, here we go, and then and then they'll either come back or they'll get booted out, and then they'll just come right back in.
That's exactly what happened.
Yep, that's how it goes.
I think a lot of people feel like they haven't gotten to know me. You know, like a lot of the other company owners, they have a little bit more of a personal relationship. But then again, I'm like the new kid on the block, you know?
Yeah. Like you said best, you're like the unicorn, man. Very whimsical.
Yep.
You come in and you go out.
Exactly. But I mean, I'm around. It's just I don't have enough time like in the day to like jump around to every single live as much as I would like to just interact with everybody and have my face out there and interact with people, that because that's brand awareness at the end of the day, and then I'm getting to know you guys and what you guys prefer, because at the end of the day I have to tailor it to what people prefer, right? But still convey my message at the same time.
I think that's why companies
like
do
that
the ambassadors and the what is it, the ambassadors.
I will never be an ambassador for a company again.
Yeah. And then what's the other one? It's ambassadors, and then there's
like affiliates.
Affiliates, yeah.
Yeah, that's
that.
And even like I've seen like my one affiliate is with Beard Tings, and I've seen like other Beard Tings affiliates referring themselves as ambassadors, and it like makes me
there's a difference.
Makes me shudder. Like after my experience with the beard struggle, it's like, oh, I don't even like the word anymore, just because it was.
That wasn't technically an ambassador program. That was an affiliate program.
Yeah, I know, but it's
the way they have it set it up is you're technically an affiliate until you make hella sales. Then you're an ambassador. Then they put you on a salary.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and they run it to where like once you get to a certain point, they'll give you $60,000 a year just to post for them.
Yep.
And then you'll be in charge of like affiliates here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
that's a lot.
Yeah. But then it's like who actually makes it to that point? Well, obviously they're spokes guys, the guys like in the mirrors on the commercials.
Yeah.
I think those ambassadors actually make those sales, but they already had a ton of followers before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're all like several 100,000 people, but like one of them, his beard is like all of us have longer beards than him, and it's like it's, that whole company doesn't make sense.
But I can't lie, their oils did relatively well for me one time. Well, just like one time that I had them. I think somebody gave them to me. But
Oh no.
You know, the only oil that I've purchased outside of the community was Dr. Squatch. I don't know if y'all know Dr. Squatch.
I was curious about that.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's pretty good. I got it. I think I still got it.
What's their blend?
Here it is. This one is fresh fir, and it just smells like pine, really, like a pine tree or something. Yeah, it smells like a tree.
Oh, they blend it pretty well though, because pine can be very finicky too. Like
facts.
It's like a Christmas tree. I mean, that's
pretty cool.
Yeah, so I mean, like, but not like spices though. It just smells like a tree, you know.
Like that's still good though. I would, but I like Dr. Squatch's company a lot. Like I have the soap subscription.
Yeah, I like the soaps, and that's why I tried it. You know, so it's got almond oil, jojoba oil, castor oil, argan oil.
Ooh,
not bad.
That's a good blend.
Yeah.
But then after that, I got into the community, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I got to meet Corey from Weatherbeard.
Yeah.
I was like, I like this guy Corey. I was like, I kind of developed a relationship with him, so I bought Treebeard which is like, you know, it was pretty good.
Yep.
You know, and then I started meeting other company owners, and then that's when I started realizing that there's tons of great oils out there. There's tons of great products out there. So I'm going to buy from the people who are my friends and who are also owners. So that's how, and that's, to me, I prefer that. I don't know the guy from Dr. Squatch. Not that anything wrong. He's got a great product, you know, but
oh, dude, Andy's a smart.
I'm going to buy from Corey. What's that?
I said, and I said, Andy's got a smart ass sense of humor. I love that.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, his videos are funny. But you know, like, I'd rather buy from Corey from Weatherbeard, Tyson from, you know, Copper Johns, you know, things like that, you know. Now I'm gonna be buying from Mike, you know, now. So I just,
yeah, you are.
You know, it's the way it works, you know, in this community. And I think as you build those relationships, they expand, and they're able to help influence as well. You know, it's something to be said that when you got people who are raving about Curam Nadurtha in the chat, now people are saying, Curam Nadurtha, and then they go and look at some videos later after a stream, you know.
Boom,
now they're buying it.
Presents that social proof. Like if there's a ton of people raving about something, that's generally where the population is going to shift, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think ultimately that would be the goal. I would love everybody to rave about it all the time, 24/7. But you want to say time of the day though.
Yeah, you know, and I think as you get more reviews out there, you know, and you don't want to be paying, you know, like to be paying for reviews or paying for people to do reviews. But on the other hand, you also want your name to be out there. So you kind of have to find that fine line of how much do you want to put your name out there, but not to seem like you're trying to force it down people's throat.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. It's all about finding that nice fine line, because you don't want people to see too much of you, but you don't want people to see too little of you.
Yep, 100%.
You want to do enough to stay relevant, but not enough where like, oh God, here goes Mike again.
Yep, totally. Because there's a point where it's like, all right, I've seen 17 reviews on the same product, like.
Right.
Yeah, it gets to be a little much.
But you know where you do still want to see those when you go to the website, because after you watch maybe a review, maybe you just click on like one, you're like, okay, I feel pretty good about this. Let me go to the website. Oh wow, there's a bunch of good reviews on here. That I think that's like an extra driving force on top of what people are already saying, because now they're hearing it, they're seeing it, and now they're reading it.
Yeah, that reminds me. I need to do some website reviews as well, because I think I talked to you about doing one.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing like a FOMO thing, or like a scent of the month, or a seasonal scent?
I flirt with limited editions. Like my Christmas one is a limited edition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to be the one that comes out this year or not. My wife and I are still deciding. I think we came up with some other fun ideas for it, but I don't know if that's this year or next year.
Okay.
Yeah. I think limited editions are cool, because then it drives foot traffic, because if you advertise for a limited edition, even if you don't get the limited edition, you get someone to the website and you're like, oh, but that one looks pretty good. I like that lucky orange one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the most difficult thing, though, is when they say, hey, I only made 10 of this, or hey, I only made 20. And then it sells out, and then you have another 50 or 100 people who missed out on it,
Yep. Walt, you and I have talked about that recently. Just like, I don't understand the business like logic of doing that. Like, why sell it in such limited stock and then say you're deliberately selling it in such limited stock when you could be making more? Like, why skip out on money for a little bit of hype? Like, I don't.
Urgency. What do they do immediately after that? Like 2 weeks later, like, oh, I have more.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole time they had more.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't like that.
The whole time they had more.
Yeah.
Right.
It adds urgency, and then maybe they can raise the price just a little bit.
And see,
you're
when
gonna
they
pay it
do
because,
that,
oh my God, he brought it back just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when they do that, I feel like, man, now I just feel like you're getting kind of played a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so the profile on it is Texas cedarwood, orange, fir needle, patchouli, and spruce. But when I smell it,
oh, is that the Dr. Squatch?
Yeah, okay. It's Dr. Squatch. But when I smell it, all I smell is like fir needle,
Yeah.
So I'm guessing all that other stuff is kind of like to be like in the background.
Yeah, or maybe it comes in like as you wear it throughout the day. Like with so many oils in here. Like with Forbidden Forest, it starts out like pretty like you definitely notice the lavender right away, but then like as you wear it, it kind of fades into like a more woodsy scent. Like,
yep, it sure does.
Because like
I'm really happy that I actually have that every night.
Yep. Yeah, I've used it a bunch of nights in a row recently. Like it's it's a great scent.
Thank you. Sorry, the baby is starting to get a little cranky. I might have to wrap this up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a couple minutes.
Yep. Okay.
But regardless, man, it's been awesome speaking with you guys. We're here for you guys.
You're an awesome guy, man, and I really enjoy talking to you, and I feel like we're on the same level,
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.